Hey guys, it's good to see you again. I'm Shannon Boyle with Wellstone Studio. As you're coming in here, say hello in the comments section and let me know what's coming up for you, because this is about having a conversation. I'm not here just to talk at you. So, yeah. Oh, it's really neat to be here today. I feel like I haven't done this just solo for a bit, and really in thinking about it, I'm never doing it solo because you all are joining me. So it's good to see you. So I really want to talk about the big shifts that happen when we make things visible and when we also get visible. And really what's inspired this is going to TEDx last week and just really having some amazing conversations with women leaders who are working on all sorts of things, really heart-centered people with big missions and big heart. And not just talking to them, but also getting visible with myself and seeing how some of the things that I've been working on behind the scenes come together and actually come out in the world, it's just an amazing thing. So I really left that feeling incredibly inspired, like I could go do a million billion things. And I figured let's start first things first, and let's talk about visibility. Because visibility it's not an easy thing. And I'm not talking about the visibility where, you just show up somewhere, you put yourself out there and like you're just there. I'm talking about the kind of visibility where you are fully showing up and the things that you're really looking to create in life are actually happening, like out in the world. That kind of visibility. And really what that is it's taking something that is so core to you, so part of who you are, and all the things that make you you, and bringing that fully to the world. It's not holding back. It's not playing small. It's not waiting until later. It's saying, I can bring all of me up and out and share it with the world. And see, where do I want to go with this? So what happens when I'm inspired is I go in 5 different directions. And that's also what happens with other people, okay? It's an inspiration thing. And part of what we need to do with inspiration, hey Miriam, it's so good to see you. Part of what we need to do with inspiration so that we're continually stoking that fire is explore, right? So I explored my ideas in 3 seconds. And this is where we're going to go with this today, I think. So at TEDx, what I did is I led people through a process that took about 10 minutes. And it was all about really dropping into something that they really want to create in life. Whether it's a goal, a relationship, a habit, an opportunity, an experience. Whatever that thing is that they wanted to create, I had them make it visible on paper. It took 10 minutes. And I'm going to show you a couple things here. So what people ended up doing looked a little like this. Okay. These are all goals that people are working on. in life, in their career. And what happens when we do things like this is we really make contact with that stuff inside that we want to bring out. The stuff that is so core to us. We are making contact with that. We are connecting both sides of our brain so that all those awesome, inspired ideas that we have that we sort of tuck away way back in the back of our head, they start to come out, right? And when we're making such full contact with ourselves, we are able to do the things that we mean to do in life, that we mean to do in life, and to do them in a way that's like totally aligned with us. And that doesn't happen when we're having inspiration and we're just letting it go into the air. When we only daydream, when we only talk about something and just let it go, but there's no actual action on the other side of it, we are letting go of some of the most magical moments that we have. And when we get into the creative process and we fully align and make contact, we start to act on inspiration. We make it visible. Okay? We do it through action. I do it a lot with people through art, because making art is action. And everything that it takes to create an image like this is all the stuff that that person is going to need to make that vision a reality in life. And, you know, when we start to do that, we start to really push back against the can'ts, the shouldn'ts, the I'm not allowed, the it's not possible to do it that way. And we start to see the big shifts that we're really looking to see and experience in our lives. Now, art's like my favorite. No big secret about that one. I know Miriam's on here. Miriam is a big art person too. And what happens when we make art? Okay, we have that alignment, right? We have the action. And then we also have this, right? We have something that we can look at, we can see. And what happens when we look at something that we've made? We instantly access all that alignment, all that action. Even if we just look at whatever we're looking at for like 3 seconds, our brain works that fast. Our heart works that fast. That's why, like, if you're watching Good Morning America or something and they have one of their experts on, and their expert says, write your goals down, put it on your refrigerator, look at it every day. It's because it creates that point of access, really easy access. And we need that because life's complicated, right? Life is really complicated. We're always moving really, really fast. We always have 5 million other things to do on whatever, on the other side of whatever we're doing. So we need things that we can easily access. Because when we can easily access the stuff that we're working on, we actually get to achieve the big stuff. But we make it really complicated. We make it really complicated. And, you know, art doesn't take very long. It doesn't have to. Creating doesn't have to take very long, whether it's visual art, or if you're a musician, if you're a writer, it doesn't have to take very long, unless we make up the rule that it has to take a long time, and then it has to be really complicated. And those rules just don't work. They just don't. They hold us back. They keep us small. They keep the amazing things that we're working on hidden, not just from us, but from the people that we mean to share that with. And the folks that I work with, they are looking to share what they're accomplishing in some way. They're driven to be of service to other people, to be of help. So, my words are just gone today. I'm just gonna say they're just like I said, I have a lot of inspiration going on. So, let me see if I can find my point here. Okay, there it is. Found it. So, one of the things that I do is I keep a visual journal. And I've started doing this new thing where I actually do my regular journaling and my visual journal. I also take notes from classes and workshops, and I put it all in one. And what happens is, like, we have pages like these. I'm not going to hold it close because this is private. I'm actually not sure what's on this page. But if I have to come into this and be like, okay, so what was going on that day? What are my thoughts? It's really hard to access because I've got all these words. There's no separation. Like, I really have to focus, right? And looking at something like this compared to something like this, I'm a lot more likely to pay attention to this because I don't have to think about it a whole lot. I don't. It's really easily accessible. If this was actually mine, I would have access to all the stuff behind it really easily. I'm seeing a bunch of hearts here, and I'm wondering, Miriam, if you're still on, and I think you are, what do you find happening for you when you get into the creative process, or you're helping other people get into the creative process? So, let's see. So some of you guys were at TEDx, and I had a cool little demo video going. We storyboarded that bad boy because I sat and I wrote out a bunch of stuff, and then I felt confused because I don't know what's in all of this. But if we storyboard, I had that done in 10 minutes. After that, Miriam says she gets happy when she goes into the creative process. Yeah. And, the happiness that comes through the creative process, I think a lot of times people think that it's because it's a big release and everything's just flowing and you're in contact with your muse and like all this good sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns kind of stuff. That does happen. It does. And it's glorious when it does. But there's a happiness that comes through getting messy and getting lost and exploring and following where that thing inside says, I want to go this way with this. I want to see what happens. And like I can feel it now, like as I'm talking about it, like I feel so happy. And in following this, like, I could totally mess up my picture, right? If I'm making a painting or if I'm doing a drawing, I could totally mess it up. That doesn't take away the happiness that came from getting in touch with me, from getting in touch with the process and giving myself permission to like let things go and just explore. And you know, I teach people how to practice that through art because it's actually a very easy way to do that practice. It's hard to do the creative practice out in the world. It is. Because again, like, we've got 5 million things to do all the time, and we constantly feel like we need to be rushing and that we need to know where things are going to land. Give yourself the gift, and it is really a gift. Give yourself the gift of getting into your creative process. If you're stuck in life, if you're stuck in your career, give yourself the gift of the creative process. Because likely what's going on with the stuckness is you're going all left brain on yourself, okay? And you're forgetting you have another half to your brain. Probably also not really connecting with the heart. Hello, Amanda, it's good to see you. Give yourself that gift. Because what we can do on a canvas, what we can do on a piece of paper to get ourselves to the picture that we mean to have, the picture that we're supposed to have, but we didn't even realize it, we can do that with the rest of life too. Stuckness doesn't have to stick around for forever. It really doesn't. And it's about doing something different than what you've been doing. The creative process will get you doing something that you have not been doing. It just will. So, let's see here. I have again lost my train of thought because I want to tell you like 5 things all at once, but we're not going to do that. So let's do this. I'm going to give you guys a challenge today. You saw me give some other people challenges online. I'm going to give you a challenge. I am going to post an infographic after I get off of here. And what that will do is it will challenge you to make contact with something that you're working on in life, and it will lead you through the process of making that visible. And I want to challenge you to take 10 minutes and do that today. Not tomorrow. Don't save it on your computer and do it 3 days from now, because if you're like me, you'll forget it's there and then start like doing your taxes or something. And we don't want to do that. Taxes have a place and time, but so do you. So I'm going to post that after I pop off here. When you do it, post a picture. Make it visible. What people did after they went home from doing this at TEDx is they put it up. And it's been like 4 days since they did that, right? And I've gotten messages, I've gotten emails that have said that like just in that 10 minutes and just in making whatever they made like this visible after the fact, stuff has shifted. And that's massive. So I am a little nuts, Miriam, but yeah. I think it's funny that a self-proclaimed artist, which I am, freely admits that I put off the creative process sometimes for silly reasons, and then I start doing things like my taxes, like silly business. But that's a topic for another day. Why I avoid the creative process. That would be a good one. I should write that down, actually. Okay, so I'm going to post an infographic. You guys take the challenge, post your pictures. If you don't want to post them publicly, send them to me in a private message. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you. I love to know what you're working on. I really do. So if you have questions, if, I don't know, you have an inspirational thought for the day, let me know. And yeah, I think the next time I get on Facebook Live, I'm going to center my inspiration a little bit. But it's all good. It's all part of the process, right? All right, guys, I am going to let you go today. Do your challenge. I will be asking about it, and I will catch you later.